Good evening. My name is Jasmina and my topic is about transportation. I'm going to refute Trans claim that says bikeways negatively affect among safety between car and bicycle users. Vin's secondary claims are bikeways force bicyclists closer to curb, which poses inherent dangers to bicyclists and acts only as boundary line, which fails to protect bicycles from being hit by a car. Bikeways do not play significant role in preventing car-bike collision, where majority of car-bike collisions occur mainly through crossings or turning during traffic interactions rather than the absence of bikeways. And finally, the area between the curb and the car on the right lane is a blind spot for most car drivers. Well, going back to the advocate's first secondary claim, the advocate believes that bikeways force bicyclists closer to the curb and acts as a boundary line which fails to protect bicycles from being hit by a car. Is not true. And bikeways, or also known as bike lanes, are designed and measured the way they are according to city street municipal codes. Transportation city engineers mandated rules of measurements according to their safety research. Depending on street locations and street width, measurements for bikeways according to city street municipal codes differ from 4 feet, which is the same width for public walkways, to 6 feet wide where cars are allowed to park on side streets. Thickness of street signs, in this case bike lanes, are also measured according to their visibility for car drivers. The advocate's statement that bikeways do not play significant role in preventing car-bike collision, especially in intersections where no bike lane is provided, is just wrong. Bikes are supposed to be treated like motorcycles and pedestrians at crosswalk areas. It's only common sense for car drivers to slow down, to be alert whenever they see a bicyclist, and to treat them like motorcyclists or pedestrians. This law is mandated by the Department of Motor Vehicles. Spots of dangerous intersections are more of an argument that says people have to be careful, not bikeways posing as dangers to bicyclists. According to the advocate, bikeways located at the rightmost lane are blind spots for car drivers. Well, this too is wrong. Los Angeles Department of Transportation, also known as LA DOT, took extra steps and research to ensure everyone's safety, said Nate Bird, the bicycle coordinator of LA DOT. According to LA DOT, and Don Ward, who's a bicyclist and activist for LA Bike, said that having bikeways located in the middle of the street seems safer because of the visibility to car drivers isn't true at all. Bicyclists aren't comfortable and feel intimidated riding between cars going in opposite directions, so it only makes sense for bicyclists to be located at the rightmost lane. In conclusion, bikeways do create a safer environment. Nate Bird of LA DOT also said that there are more people bicycling around LA nowadays, and according to LA DOT's research, due to the rise of gas prices, 40 to 60% of people would love to be able to ride their bikes to work. The only thing that's holding these people back are the dangers of streets without bike lanes. Thank you.
Well, I like the fact that you kept it fairly direct. You identify the claim and the secondary claims, and basically you're taking a contradictory position on each of these points, saying that the advocate got the conclusion wrong. I think that you have a good piece of counter evidence on each of these points, and you have an explanation about why you see your point being reasonable. So I thought your reasoning was pretty good. I do think that you need to be a little bit more engaged with the evidence and the reasoning that the advocate used, because we're getting mostly rebuttal arguments here. They're good rebuttal arguments, and they do seem to be contradictory to the advocate's claims. But I think, as I've said before, that if you put all of your arguments into one basket, you're not necessarily giving yourself the best chance to be successful. So I think you can challenge some of the arguments and reasoning that the advocate presented too, not just present the counterclaims. But I thought your counterclaims were nicely developed. They're pretty simple and straightforward. They all apply directly to the things that the advocate talked about, and they were easy to follow, and I appreciated that very much. Thank you.